people committing crimes. So,
Nice.
Pasadena official has been arrested for embezzling money, $1.6 million to pay for her plastic surgeries and other things. Obviously, she can't spend $1 million on plastic surgery.
Yeah, she'd look like a completely different person. I would hope after spending.
And I'm not sure, man. If she paid $1 million for that, I mean, no offense, but
she's looking rough.
Yeah, that's a little rough right there.
I don't know. So. I don't know too many people that don't look rough
on their mugshot.
Yeah.
On their mugshot. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I've never been arrested, but I would want to have like a nice mugshot. You know, a nice smile and like proper form. I wouldn't want to like look.
There is a side story.
Okay.
There's a guy became a model after having a
Get
mugshot.
out of here. Are you serious?
Like he's very handsome, but he's a model now.
Because of his mugshot.
Legitimately.
Wow. Yeah. Talk about like falling into a pile of poop and come up smelling like a rose.
Because of social media, it got like.
Yeah. He got like millions of hits.
Like, look at this hot guy on.
Dude, hot guy gets her. What did he get arrested for? Looking that good?
Yeah, seriously. That's what it was.
All right. So this lady's name is Jamie Hafar. She's 46 years old. She's accused, allegedly, of stealing over the course of 5 years. And she was the finance director for the Pasadena, Texas Chamber of Commerce. And so she actually did a lot of things to steal this money. It was pretty crazy. I was reading the story about it. She opened up a credit card in the president's name of the Chamber of Commerce. You know, those cards have big spending accounts. Like, it's not like, a $5,000. It was like $300,000 limit. Also, she was just skimming money straight off the Chamber of Commerce in various ways, opening up loans through the Chamber of Commerce. And then lastly, she was taking proceeds from their charity events and just depositing them right in her own
That's what I was about to say. I was like, I was a part of the Denton Chamber of Commerce.
Were you?
I'm like, she's probably just straight up stealing money from small businesses.
Yes, that's exactly what she was doing. Yeah.
That is crazy.
It was nuts. Like, and so she was arrested.
Good.
Her trial is pending. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, she's stealing from. I'm a small business owner just like you. I mean, yeah, she's stealing from us. Dang it, she's taking our money. So, so there's a lot to like unpack about here. I mean, one. I just don't understand how a person who has a seemingly good job thinks that they're going to get away. Well, how do they think that they're going to get away with that?
I don't know. It probably started out small.
You think so? Skimming like $100 here, and then
I'm going to pay for I'll use it to pay for gas.
You think so? And then
I'll
just
use it to
going.
Pay for dinner.
And then it just like
I'll
gets
use
out
it
of
to
hand.
grab some groceries. Ooh, I'll use it to do this, and it just like accelerates into like, oh, I'm gonna get a boob job.
I don't know. I just.
She probably started out really small, and she just realized I'm gonna get away with it, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
She probably has some type of like addictive personality. Like she likes the thrill of it.
That might be right.
Most people like that have like this get like this.
This rush. It's like the rush of people who like shoplift when they don't need to. It's like, oh, I got away with something.
Mm-hmm. Like when like really rich people shoplift.
Yeah, right. That is bizarre, isn't it? I mean, maybe it is something like that. I just don't. It's hard for me to fathom.
I'm like, you probably investigate it more. She probably had like a bad family life. Like her husband's like a piece of crap, or like.
Yeah, you're probably right. I didn't say that she was married. I think she was living the weird part, I think it said she was living at home when all this was going on. Like with her parents, even at 40.
How old is she?
46.
Shoot, dang. She does have some problems.
I think she does. So I don't know. I'm not sure what she was thinking. I mean, that just seems like that's a guarantee to get caught, because eventually people are going to audit you, right? They're going to see that there's $1 million. I mean, how does $1 million go missing and someone not know it? I don't know.
She must have never had like a huge criminal background, because she would have never been able to work for the city.
Right. Yeah. She probably was pretty clean up, prior to this. So based on this story, I want to think of like creative ways that people might pay for their plastic surgery. So have you guys heard anything, Travis? You ever heard anybody do anything interesting to pay for plastic surgery?
To pay for plastic surgery?
Was there anything crazy?
I've not heard any
besides
kind of
having an
story.
OnlyFans.
Okay, so side jobs.
Yeah.
That would be one. So it's like side jobs, like OnlyFans, and we have a whole OnlyFans story coming up, by the way. I hope you guys are ready. Side jobs would be one thing. GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that? GoFundMe pages, yeah. What about like high interest loans? I was kind of looking up ways, people had paid for, plastic surgery that were noteworthy, like loan sharks. I've heard of people like getting plastic surgery, through like a high interest, kind of under the table loan, which is pretty wild. Selling their possessions, like medical studies, or also here's the one that we do actually sometimes, not necessarily surgery, but more treatments, letting people practice on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did that actually in our training. We had what was called the resident clinic, and people could come get plastic surgery for really cheap prices, knowing that it would be a resident doing it. I mean, I did those surgeries myself. Now, of course, we have supervision, so it's not just willy-nilly.
Yeah.
But yeah. So actually, I wanted to look up and find, based on this girl's story, what were 3 of the wildest things people did
To get plastic surgery.
to get plastic surgery that made the news. So I found 3 that were pretty interesting. So in 2017, there was a woman in Houston, and she reportedly sold her home to get the money to pay for like an extensive amount of plastic surgery. She had like a tummy tuck, breast augmentation, liposuction, and she had a home and she sold it to get these surgeries. But then she moved into an apartment. She didn't have a home anymore.
Yeah.
Like she literally sold her home.
I hope she
get
looks the way
plastic.
she wants to look.
Couldn't find a follow-up. I found the bit piece about it. That would be very interesting to, see, how to
Yeah, I hope everything worked out for her.
did it work out.
Since
I feel like I would rather have a
since
home.
she went that
Pardon?
hard.
Yeah, she went all in.
Yeah.
That's crazy. One of the first people to make the news for GoFundMe's for this was there was a guy in the UK, and he put up a GoFundMe page, and it was one of the first ones that was asking for money for plastic surgery. And he had a pretty good story though. So his story was that he wanted to get plastic surgery on his ears. He wanted to get plastic surgery on his nose because he'd been bullied his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And so it got a little bit of traction, and it was in a few like news spots, and he actually ended up getting the money. He got like I think $5,000, which is what his goal was to raise for surgery.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty I have to admit it's pretty ballsy to get on GoFundMe, and because you consider plastic surgery to be more of a luxury type thing. It'd be like getting on GoFundMe to have someone get you like a Gucci purse.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, usually you get on GoFundMe, hey, we lost our house, or my dog needs an operation, or something like that.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
But treat me.
But he did have a good story. He had the story about the bully, and I think he that was what made it successful.
Yeah.
And then lastly, there was actually a girl in 2019. She was from California. She was a college student, and she took her student loan money and used it to buy plastic surgery. And she got caught doing it. Well, not caught, but it became known that she did that, and she caught a lot of flack for that. Which, I can't say that back in my college days when I got my student loan check, I didn't use it to pay for stuff that wasn't necessarily school. It was just there to pay bills, right?
That's what it's for. It's to fund your student life.
Right. Well, apparently her student life was having a good rack because she went and got a boob job.
Yeah.
Or no, I can't. Maybe it was. I can't remember if it was a breast aug or what it was she got, but she got plastic surgery, and then of course that it got traction on social media, and so people were giving her grief about it. But pretty wild stuff. I don't know.